Moneymane in the thing of a T and playing no games. Should I already know my name when I speak in CC Flame. Got my YouTube poppin', man. Like, subscribing, everything in between. You already know. Moneymane. You already know I have
it. Coach Prime. They ain't believe in us, but we did. Now watch this. They said I was flash, just Prime's little man. Till I dropped bombs with a wrist full of plan. Went from HB's heat to the draft day screen. Now I'm suited up, throwing dots in the league. They ain't supposed to grind, just posted the goal. They didn't show the nights when my mind went cold. Now I'm front page, game got clean. 12 on my back, but I still rep the drove. They ain't believe me, now I'm throwing threes. FP gold, throwing touchdowns with ease. Hold them all, just give me time. Now the whole world see I'm prime. They ain't believe me, but I stay down. Hope chain on froze, now I run this time. They ain't believe me, but I stay down. Hope chain on froze, now I run this town. Check the tapes, I ain't missing a clutch. Pockets stay clean, I don't fold on the rush. Media talking about my stats speak loud. Went from memes to the face of the crowd. I ain't just a QB, I'm a brand with a code. Every step I took had to carry that load. But I ain't blink once, I just step with grace. Now I doubt a screenshot, every play I lace. They ain't believe me, now I'm throwing threes. FP gold, throwing touchdowns with ease. Told them all, just give me time. Now the whole world see I'm prime. Stay down, put chain on froze. Now I run this town. They ain't believe me, but I stay down. Put chain on froze. Now I run this town. They didn't believe I could lead, didn't believe I could win. But belief ain't required, results are. From the sandlot throws to the Pro Bowl dreams. Built from fire, raised by kings. They ain't believe me, but I believe twice. Now I'm QB1 and it's the price. They ain't believe me, now I'm throwing threes.
Yo. Hey, we back with another one. I know I'm late. You ain't gotta talk about that too, man. Hey.
They ain't believe me, but I stay down.
Hey.
Now I run this town. Now I run this town.
They ain't believe what's going on. Why they blocked you, Miss Roberts? Amber, what you done did? They gonna be spicy. Look here. Going on, Cody, PC, R. Jizzy, Ella Smith, Miss Pamela. I know I'm late. Jamel. Woo! Hey, look here. The unofficial, y'all already know about it. The unofficial depth chart for the Cleveland Browns. Now, I done watched a lot of videos this morning, last night and this morning. That was taking me so long. I done watched a lot of videos, man. And I tell you, I don't know what the Cleveland Browns doing. I don't know what are they thinking? What are they thinking? Can y'all help me out? This lies on beat. I ain't paying for that. Coming there with me, Don, no mount off. Mr. Jackson, international inflection of emotional distress. I'm telling you. Look here. When I seen that news last night, I was like, what in the world Cleveland doing? They bringing in another quarterback arm for the training camp, or they about to trade Shedeur? That was my first two questions. Number one, first thing came to my mind is they about to trade Shedeur. Second thing is, I was like, is they about to trade Shedeur? The only two things I thought of. But then I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Let me look at Tony G. Because he the biggest Dylan Gabriel supporter and top tier Shedeur hater. And then what he had
ESPN August to save $150, but hurry because we don't know when they're going to pull this deal from us.
Yep, we do not. QR code below there will take you there. All right, Tony, I want to talk about the other side of this, and that's Shedeur Sanders. Because, Tony, I would have to think there's a very real chance that Shedeur Sanders starts the Browns' first preseason game, and based on what the Panthers said, he might be going against the ones or playing with some ones. They've shielded him from this the whole time, and they might have to do it.
Yeah, it's kind of could backfire on them, by easing them in so slowly. But it's a great opportunity for Shedeur, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I am. It's almost like from divine intervention here that to get him to play. He could start this game and he could start every game. Chops, think about it. In the preseason. So his time is coming, and it's going to be fun to see how he is able to react and perform. We'll see Wednesday what the quarterback rotation is. Will he get number one reps against the Panthers in practice? Well, if they think he's going to play or start, I would think so. So this is an unbelievable break for Shedeur, and it's going to be fun watching how everything happens.
Yeah, and again, this goes back to what we were saying. Like, you just never know how these things are going to go. Like, Tony, if I told you 2 weeks ago Shedeur Sanders is going to start the Browns' first preseason game, you would have laughed at me.
Well, yeah, the way I was looking at, I could see Gabriel and Shedeur splitting.
Yeah, for sure.
But Gabriel probably would have started if all things were equal. So what a turn of events, and it's good for him. I mean, I'm sure he feels he's going to be up, for the task.
So what are we going into this episode? I was like, all right, we'll preview the joint practices, what they might look like what are guys going to do? Like, we have no idea. Do we have any idea? Like, Flacco's going to get a ton of work. I think that is something we can safely say for the joint practice. What do we know other than that?
Well, they will do pretty much everything except a 2-minute drill.
Look here, when I heard this, I had watched and Ocho. I watched Tony G and Chop. Then I watched Asante Samuel, his show. And then I watched that 92.3 radio show with the big fat dude that don't make no sense. And this the most logical reason I can come up with. I done told y'all what happening. I done told y'all what happened, what's going on and what's going to happen. I told you Dylan Gabriel was next. I told you Dylan Gabriel was next. They just getting ready to get moved out the way. Now, with that being said, Shedeur ain't going to start. Shedeur ain't going to start that. Shedeur ain't going to start. They're going to put Joe Flacco out there for a series or two. Whenever them ones come out, one Carolina Panther, one defense, whenever they come out, then depends on if Dylan Gabriel practice tomorrow. Dylan Gabriel gonna go in, then Shedeur. If Dylan Gabriel don't practice tomorrow, then it's gonna be Shedeur number 2. That's how I got it. Tyler Huntley, he in there just for another camp body that they need a quarterback, which still don't make no sense, because if he hang on the rest of the preseason, which I think
will happen. Who reps he taking? Who reps he taking? You know who reps he gonna take. It ain't Dylan Gabriel. It ain't Kenny Pickett. And it sure ain't Flacco. Yeah, you say Flacco ain't gonna play, but they ain't about to push Shedeur out there against that Carolina Panthers one defense when he can't even get practice reps against his defense, his number one defense in practice. They ain't about to put him out there in front of no Carolina number one defense if he ain't even practice, got reps with the number one offense versus his number one defense in practice. That makes no sense. Why you think they're gonna change it up now? They not. They done showed us who they is. Believe them. They done showed us who they are. Believe them. You see what they doing. Ain't no chill, bro. You chill. I'm telling you how it gonna work. I know he gonna play. What I'm saying is he not gonna start. They look, they said this was a fair competition. It ain't fair. It ain't never been fair, even when it started. But we ain't even know it was gonna be like this until now. But what I tell you though, for some reason, they been had the depth chart already set. Whatever Kevin was talking about, they ain't got it finalized, this, that, whatever. They been had Flacco 1, Kenny Pickett 2, Gabriel 3, Shedeur 4. Ain't nothing changed. Even with Kenny Pickett getting hurt, everything that Shedeur done did been the most consistent. The lineup ain't changed. The depth chart ain't changed. Not one bit. But he said it's a quarterback competition, and he ain't made no decision yet. But the decision already been made. Decision already been made. What I'm saying is, it's already been made. He been lying the whole time. How you gonna tell me he gonna play most of the game? I don't want to hear. Look, what they done showed us. What have they showed us? I don't want to hear about he gonna play the whole game. He gonna play most of the game. I see it when I believe it. When I believe it, I see it. When I see it, I believe it. Other than that, what I done seen, they doing everything possible to not play Shedeur or give him the spotlight or give him even the chance that look like he got a chance to be QB1. So why in the world I'm going to believe Kevin now? Because clearly yesterday, if you was in here, clearly yesterday this man sat there with his hand behind his back. Yeah. Dylan Gabriel's going to be limited in team reps. When he said that about Kenny Pickett, he ain't practice at all. Shedeur didn't practice at all. Why all of a sudden Dylan Gabriel getting in there, getting team reps? And he got more than 5. I don't care what the QB trackers say. He got more than 5. Because we were tracking it live right here. He always further along in the plan. Cause that big dude on the radio show this morning talking about Shedeur, maybe they're saying Shedeur farther behind than we thought. How do the Browns sign another quarterback say that about Shedeur? That don't say nothing about Shedeur. Well, all they tell me, the Browns don't know what the hell. The Browns don't know what the hell they doing. That's what they tell me. They don't know what the hell they doing. It don't tell me Shedeur behind. No. That's a narrative you want to put out there because you repeated it 3-4 times. Yeah, dude, Smith. He going to get a chance in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left. Come on now. You see how they doing it? Don't be surprised if he go in there in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left. I would not be surprised. This man, Kenny Pickett was out, didn't get no 13 reps. Dylan Gabriel got hurt, supposedly, didn't get no 13 reps. They said neither one of them gonna practice, but be limited, and still ain't get no 13 reps. Then it was a big mystery with him sitting out to practice, and ain't nobody tell nothing, say nothing. So don't tell me that he gonna play the whole game when they clearly don't even want him to practice. Look here. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes. Don't be surprised. I would be surprised if he get in there second quarter. Even the third, I'll be surprised. My expectations are very low. I don't have my expectations high no more. They done showed me who they is. I want to come out and say, I didn't draft Shedeur. I didn't want him. That was Andrew Berry pick. When I told y'all I got a video coming out at 6 o'clock, I need y'all to watch that video. 6 o'clock, I got a video coming out. The owner said itself that Shedeur was not his pick. They didn't want him. But I told y'all, like I said before, all that even came out, Cleveland Browns, Shedeur was their punishment. They had to draft Shedeur. He wasn't going to no other team but the Cleveland Browns. Y'all gonna believe me one of these days. I'm just getting closer and closer to the truth. It was collateral collusion. Like I've been saying. It was collateral collusion. It ain't even about them being injured, Miss Don. In this moment right here, it ain't even about them being injured. Because they said Dylan Gabriel was injured and he still practiced. That's what I'm saying. How you know he ain't playing, Mr. Jackson? Cause I heard people saying that he ain't even gonna play. They want him to fail. They really don't want him to shine at all. That's the only other reason I can say, beside them false narratives that people putting out that ain't true. Until I sit in there or somebody sit in that quarterback room in that meeting room and tell me Shedeur don't know what the hell he doing. Until somebody sit in there and tell me that and seen it with their own two eyes and say I was in the meeting room doing install. Shedeur don't know what he doing. Or he come out and say he still need to learn the playbook. I ain't believing no narrative about him being behind. Get the boy at least 113 rep. That's all I'm asking is for one. I've been asking for one. I ain't asked for 6, 7 or the Dylan Gabriel package. I just said 113 rep.
Progression is really important for all of our guys. Yeah, we expect Shedeur to be practicing, and every day he's out there, he has the opportunity to grow into the offense and get him more comfortable. So keep coaching him, keep him ready to be out there and participate. But progression is really important for all of our guys, especially the young ones, and really this whole rookie class is starting to progress the way that we need it.
How many pick it the other?
Yeah, we expect Shedeur to be.
All I'm saying is, dude done been here before. So, even though the offense is a little different, he is a vet. He is a vet. So, if they think, because we don't know, talking about Shedeur developing slow, then I'm expecting a trade. It's a whole different playbook though, Kevin. It ain't the same one they ran last year. That's why I say some of the concepts probably similar, but him coming in the day before the joint practice, I mean, they gonna have a select few plays just for him if he do have to get in the game or he get in the game at the end, because more likely that was gonna happen. Now, it's even a scenario they said if he come in and get in before Shedeur. Now, if he get in before Shedeur, then we got a whole different ball game. Because if this man gets signed yesterday and play Friday before Shedeur, we need to get a petition, anything we can. I don't know what it is. I don't even know how it will work. But we going to have to do something to get this dude off the Cleveland Brown circus. He going out there looking like Bozo the Clown, running out there with 12. Like, what are we doing? I ain't taking nothing away from Tyler. I ain't taking nothing away from him. Bro been in the league trying to stick, trying to grind. I ain't taking nothing away from him. But at this moment in time, Cleveland, you got 6 quarterbacks. Yeah, I'm putting Deshaun Watson in there because you got to put Deshaun Watson in there too. Because the reason why you got to put Deshaun Watson in there, guess what? He's still on the roster. Miss Chantel, you on your way to Carolina? How you doing? Shout out, Lil CC, what going on? Lord, what going on? Val C. We know you ain't better than Shedeur, but at this point, I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at it right now. At this point, they don't see Shedeur pass a 5th rounder, let alone he should have been undrafted. That's why y'all need to go watch my video when it come out at 6 o'clock Eastern time. Shedeur should have been undrafted. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Y'all need to go watch the video. All I'm saying is that's what we hope. Miss Robinson, that's what we hope. But with Cleveland, I don't know nothing. I don't even want to speculate. I don't even want to come up with a scenario where Tyler Huntley make the roster and Shedeur don't. I don't even want to come up with a scenario like that because the possibility of that, to me, is high. Just because what the Browns been doing. It ain't got nothing to do with if Shedeur good or he ain't, or Tyler Huntley better than, it ain't got nothing to do with it. It's the fact that how the Cleveland Browns been moving this whole process. Nothing ain't about to surprise me. If he get traded, cut, practice squad, or they keep Huntley and cut Shedeur, I ain't gonna be surprised by nothing. Not saying it's gonna happen, but if it do, I ain't gonna be surprised. Who you heard that from, Miss Chantel? Yeah, Tampa Bay finna sign Teddy Bridgewater. I don't think Carolina will pick up Shedeur. I think it'll be a real quarterback needy team. Carolina ain't getting rid of Bryce Young. At least not for the next, 3-4 years. Bryce Young locked in. What's going on, Ken? Baker hurt, y'all. But tell me this. So if the possibility, like I said, everything on the table with me. Everything on the table with me. So at the possibility, what team do you think Shedeur would get traded to? Or if he get cut or put on the practice squad, what team you think gonna pick him up? Put y'all answers in the chat. Put your answers in the chat. Saints, Panthers, Jags, Colts, Saints. You gotta tell me where it's at, big dog. Dolphins. Yeah, that's what they say. But you gonna believe the two biggest Shedeur haters? You gonna believe them? Like I said, until I see it with my own two eyes, I ain't believing nothing. I done learned from what been going on these last couple months. I done learned my lesson. I ain't leaving nothing off the table for the Cleveland Browns. Anything is possible with them. They is not a traditional franchise where you know the possibility of the move. No, I don't know nothing. Jets, Dolphins. Quinn Ewers supposed to be playing good now. Saints, I don't know. They got what they wanted. Keep Tyler Show. The Colts, I can see a high possibility. Jags, that's my favorite. But the Colts could be a high possibility, but he'll be third on the depth chart. Jay coming in. But I think he can work his way up if he get a fair chance easier at the Colts than he would Cleveland. All right, Miss Chantel. I seen it the first two times. I just didn't recognize it. Appreciate you though. They done with Deshaun. The owner said it was the big swing and a miss. He ain't about to backtrack. You can't backtrack on $230 million. That's the reason why they in this situation. Having Shedeur on the roster, what I'm talking about. Deshaun Watson is the reason why they in this situation. Yeah, it's gonna be real interesting, Jane. He need to have an agent. Because Dion is not in the headspace or the availability to be negotiating a trade. He should have had one in the draft. Now, I admit, part of it was Dion's fault for the draft slide. But they should have had an agent to be the third party, even if they went in as far as, you know, what an agent really do. At least they could have another ear, another mouth that can listen and be the neutral party. Because sometimes Shedeur, Dion, Shiloh, all family, everybody family. But if you had a third party that ain't got no ties to nothing, but to help you, they can tell you the real, tell you what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Or how you should think about going about the process. It would still be their decision. But look here. Piggy got reps in 7-on-7. Now, Dylan Gabriel wasn't supposed to get no team reps. That's what I don't like. And it ain't the fact that he got team reps. It's how many. That man got more than 5. I ain't using that R word. They gonna say he black too. But I told y'all what gonna happen. Everybody about to get moved out the way, and they're gonna be forced to play Shedeur. And if he gonna start Friday, it's already getting activated. It was already in moving. When I told y'all Cleveland, it was your last chance. What I'm saying is, it done. We positive over here. I'm being realistic. It ain't me. I don't work for the Cleveland Browns. I'm telling you how they moving. That's why there ain't nothing off the table. I ain't trying to be negative, but I'm being realistic on what the Cleveland Browns done showed me and how they moving. I ain't saying it's good, it's bad. But I'm telling you, what they showing us, you gotta believe it. They've been lying the whole time. So I don't know what they gonna do. You know, when you got somebody that lie to you all the time, constantly, you can't believe nothing they say until it actually happens. Or whatever they say happens. So that's what the point I'm at. Until it happens, I ain't believing nothing. I ain't believing nothing. Pickett got the trade value, in my opinion. Pickett was always the one that had the trade value to me, besides Shedeur. Them was the two. Kenny Pickett and Shedeur was the only two, in my opinion, that had the trade value for the Browns. Because Kenny Pickett, young veteran, some team like the Saints might need a younger vet because they old vet retired. So I was saying, okay. But the Saints ain't even called about him. Then, look at that. Look at Dion. Look at Dion. See what I'm saying? I believe. All I want them is to get a fair chance. Man, that was not no 71 miles an hour pass. Y'all believe that? Well, he got a weak arm, though. Now, Amber, you know what he believe in. I believe everything. And we're talking about that, too. We're talking about that. Talking about Shedeur got to have that faith. Now, if on his platform, way bigger than mine and way bigger than a lot of people watch his content. So he a troll. I was just trolling. A lot of people watch Nightcap. They got a bigger platform. So it been a lot of people, just like me, a lot of other YouTubers, smaller, bigger, talking about Shedeur. And I'm telling y'all, this bigger than football. And Shannon Sharpview said, this bigger than football. And I told you, we in a spiritual warfare. But got to be getting super tested right now. But we already know what's going to happen on the other side when you just, like Dion said, when he was laying in the bed right after surgery. Keep giving God the glory, and you about to get elevated. That with everybody. Exactly. It don't even matter what the stat was. It don't matter what the stat was. Because clearly it don't matter to the Browns. When you ain't had no movement, no type of movement in the depth chart. It don't matter what the QB tracker say. It don't even matter that Shedeur went 9 for 9. Went 100% on the day, an hour after Deion said he had bladder cancer. But it was removed. But what I'm saying is, the owner came out and said that mess right the next day. That ain't just him coming out and saying it. The timing of all this stuff, you got to realize 9 for 9, 100%. The Bud, like I told y'all, the Bud was talking about Shedeur going 100% in practice. Then the next day, the owner come out and say, I ain't pick him. That don't make no sense. So once again, I'm going to believe it when I see it. And I believe and I hope Shedeur get out there with the first team. But if you can't even get first team reps with the first team offense in practice, the likelihood of him going out there against the Carolina first defense, unless he get first team reps tomorrow with the ones, not likely at this moment. Who is you talking about?
Now watch this.
You talking about the owner? Hey, those a strong word, 420. Gotta keep walking through, CC. Like that, what y'all talking
injury. But Kenny Pickett is currently hurt. Dylan Gabriel Shedeur had that shoulder injury. But I took this yesterday, guys, as actually really good news for Shedeur Sanders. Because to me, being named fourth string with all of the reports that we're getting publicly and some of the ones that we've heard privately, he's done pretty well. Mm-hmm. He said all the right things. He's handled himself the right way, as you would expect him to do. And I think this feels, making him the fourth string quarterback, like strategy. Like, in other words, you're going to be the guy at some point, but you're going to earn it, and we're going to put you through the ringer to earn it because we believe in you. Like, I'm a big believer that you give the hardest time to the person you believe the most in. You probably had it in your career. Like, they're not handing him anything. He's in essence the second string because the other two guys that are ahead of him are hurt anyway. Yeah. So they could have easily listed him as the second string, but it's probably more of a, you're fourth string. You're lucky these two guys are hurt. Keep working. Keep doing the right things. Keep saying the right things. They seem to be putting him through the ringer a little bit, and I think that's the tell that they like him and that they want to give this man a shot. And it doesn't have to be week one, because you said Joe Flacco's a pace car. He's been there. Let Shedeur see what an NFL game looks like from the sideline, not from a luxury suite.
Ease him in.
Yeah. I don't know. I took this, and maybe I'm reading this completely the wrong way. You would know a lot better than I would, CC, in terms of how this works. I took this yesterday as, oh, they believe in this young man. They're not, because if they didn't, they could just put him at second string and kind of rush him through. I kind of like this for Shedeur. Am I wrong to think this way?
No, I agree with everything that you're saying. And after what you heard yesterday from Shedeur about why he didn't want his dad to show up to training camp, how could you not love him?
That was my other take I said the other day. I was like, maybe they fooling us. I had no idea with Cleveland, but maybe they fooling us. Maybe they actually want to develop Shedeur to the point to where we not gonna rush him and do like the other quarterbacks we had. We gonna draft him in the first round and we gonna throw him out there in the fire, and then they ain't ready for it, so they mentally get hurt, physically get hurt, their career get hurt. Maybe we wanna take it slow and actually develop a quarterback. And the best one to develop would be Shedeur. He got all the intangibles. He got everything we looking for in a franchise quarterback. That may be the other end of this stick. Because we so emotional about him not getting the reps and stuff. That may be what they trying to do. But I don't know. And do make it seem crazy. I don't even know what you talking about, Peter. You believe it. I don't even want to pronounce your name, miss. Country folk. Ain't no way in the world I can say that. I just know it. I ain't never heard it said out loud. But that's what I'm saying. We don't really actually know. All I can know is what they've been showing us. And what they've been showing us ain't good. Everybody emotional about them reps. That's why y'all click on my videos. That's why you click on other people's videos. That's why everything Shedeur, like Miss Robinson do, you got to go in there and cuss folk out. Every time they say something negative about Shedeur, you, Miss Robinson, got to go cuss somebody out. That's what y'all do. That's what it is. I forgot the name of the method, but it's a method that you trigger. They do it in everything. It just ain't on YouTube. It just ain't me. It just ain't this Joe Blow over there. It just ain't whoever YouTube you go in. They do it to sell products. Big companies do it. Everybody do it. They tap into your emotional. Everybody is categorized in an emotion. In the emotional category. I forgot what the method called. It's a method. But see what I'm saying? Man, Rob, you don't play because you emotionally attached. That's why he has a lot of following, a lot of fans. Shedeur, I'm talking about. That's why he got a lot of people that like him and a lot of people that follow him and a lot of people that do hate him. Some hate him for no reason. Appreciate you, big dog. Some people hate him for no reason. Big snap. You can leave your feelings out of it, but they ain't gonna say I'm gonna leave mine out. Miss Robinson sure ain't gonna leave hers out. CC, Amber, 420, Tessa Talks, they ain't leaving their feelings out of it. So what I'm saying, we could probably leave our feelings out of it, but everybody else ain't. So that's where you get people, even the media emotional. Cause why Big Bruh on the radio gonna say this guy anything with Shedeur development slow? Sign to Tyler Huntley ain't got nothing to do with Shedeur development slow. If that's the case, which is not. Cause the same way you can put that narrative out there, I can put the truth and say he ain't. I'm just saying. See what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about. Mr. Brent, how you doing? Nah, that ain't it. It ain't emotional manipulation. It's a method. It's something method. I can't remember. I got it in the book over here. I ain't looked in the book in a minute, but it's in the book I got right here, sitting right here. So I'm like, at this point, that's why I said everything they do or whatever they trying to do, I won't be surprised. I'm not getting surprised by the Cleveland Browns. My expectations are very low. When you got a franchise that used to losing and ain't never been run well for as an organization, maybe it's in Jim Brown was playing. I don't even want to hear about no Burning Kosar. Because I mean, like, they won a championship with Jim Brown. That's the one I'm gonna use. Because that's the pedestal you need to get to is a championship, not no division title. You need to get to a championship. So the last championship they won was with Jim Brown. So that's who I'm gonna use. You ain't been good since Jim Brown. So you can't maneuver like you know what you're talking about and then gonna move this way because we the Cleveland Browns. You the Cleveland Browns, yeah. The bottom feeder of the league, Eagles, Chiefs over here, gonna end up going back to back to the Super Bowl again. Come on now. They can ignore them, boss lady. They been doing it. That's what they been showing us. I don't believe that, Malcolm. Come on now. No. Half of them dudes Shedeur running with ain't gonna make the team. The only two they're gonna make the team is Gage and Luke. Right now. Then the only two receivers. All them other ones ain't making the team. Maybe a couple linemen. But everybody ain't making the team Shedeur running with. Now, the ones Gabriel running with, they already on the team. The ones Flacco running with, Kenny Pickett running with, they already on the team. They just fighting for second or starter. That's what they fight for. To be in the second string or the starter. Shedeur, the one he playing with, they ain't even gonna be on the team. See, the only explanation I got is they want him to be a count body to get another arm to throw because Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel hurt. They also said Dylan Gabriel probably tweaked his hamstring a little more or hurt it a little more by doing them reps. I could believe that, especially if he just did it. Because mine's still tender right now. And I did mine last Monday. So for him to be Saturday, depends on the grade, how bad it is. For him to have that hamstring Saturday, then they had what? They had the day off Sunday, then they came back yesterday, now they traveling to Carolina. It's gonna be hard for him, even though he ain't running. But in live game speed, ain't nobody stopping. Ain't nobody stopping. They coming to sack you. That's what I'm saying. That was an excuse. That's if his hamstring really is hurt. If it really ain't hurt, then they just put that built-in excuse to say why he playing bad. Yeah, Gage is the one Shedeur training with, number 84, the receiver. Yup, that's him. That's why I said him and Luke, number 37, I think they already on the team. Them the only two surefire I know that Shedeur been running with that actually might be on the team. Not always, Not just the second and third, maybe the first game, but it is gonna be a tune-up game for them starters where they might play the first, second quarter, or the first half. Yeah, they got to get ready to play a whole game. It all depends on the team and the coach. Everybody different. Some teams don't play their starters at all. Some teams play their starters a series or two. Some teams just wait till the season. The big dude I'm talking about.
I'm thinking you're going to see a fifth-round quarterback.
Mike.
This the dude I'm talking about right here. They said they met about Shedeur development slow. Now he want to put that back out there.
How you doing?
We're doing well, Mike. Go ahead.
Good. If you're going to training camp thinking you're going to see a fifth-round quarterback play with the ones, you're just an idiot. Do you think the Steelers are going and expecting to see Will Howard play with the ones? Just be a better fan.
Well, asked and answered.
Hey, Mike, has Will Howard been with the ones yet? Do we know?
I have no clue, but I doubt it.
Damn. Hello, Mike.
All I'm saying is on that point, they keep talking about he a fifth rounder. Yeah, he got drafted fifth round. But the talent say otherwise.
Quarterbacks are ruined is putting them out there to actually say the two biggest sins in how quarterbacks are ruined is putting them out there too early. I'm not saying that's actually what's happening here, but they might say that. Or two, just not coaching him up right, which I think is another attempt to make sure you put him out there when he's ready.
And again, I get the putting him out there too early thing if we're talking about a real game. Like it's a preseason game.
This is a real game.
This
is real tape. And by the way, it's not even just about Shedeur being ready.
Like these are the opportunities.
Is Shedeur ready to go on the field and also lead those guys in a meaningful way where he's not getting in the way of them putting good tape out there as well? And that's what they would tell you. Again, I'm just trying to give you what I think the Browns' perspective is, whether I agree with it or not when it comes to Shedeur.
And I would tell their perspective is trash if that's what they think it is. If it's like, oh, he's holding people back, you shouldn't have drafted him. If you can't trust a quarterback to play in a preseason game, then you shouldn't have drafted him. You don't think he's an actual quarterback then?
That's what I'm saying. What the point of drafting him? And then he been the most consistent quarterback. So how can you say he's not ready? We're going on Tammy Harris. Thank you. Dion quiet about this. Dion ain't gonna say nothing. The Panthers was in the top 10 too, Ms. Robinson. In the draft. That's why they playing.
Question what their process is, and it's not like
I just think I don't get really caught up too much in the starting. I would like to see Shedeur play a fair amount of the game. Who starts and who doesn't start, I don't know that matters as much to me.
No, that's not the deal breaker. The deal breaker for me is the understanding that every rep that Tyler Huntley takes is a rep taken away from Shedeur, and every rep taken for Tyler Huntley is a rep that is, in my opinion, just a lost rep.
So do you just not trust the Browns with Shedeur's development?
Nope.
Yeah, in many ways. Sure, I think that's part of it. If they go the route that is being suggested there, where it goes Tyler Huntley plays way too much of that game, and Shedeur Sanders, you got to wait until the third quarter because apparently we have to treat him like a Fabergé egg. He's just so delicate. He can't possibly be thrown in the mix for a good portion of this game. And yes, I will start to question what their process is. And it's not like they've given us in the past a bunch of reason to believe that they know what they're doing in the development stature.
I just think I don't get
what I'm telling you. Believe what they done showed you. I like Buddy on the left.
You could be successful. Look, I think it would be a challenge. It would be hard to put the kid in a position where he could be successful. Look, the quarterback position, and you're the head coach of the team, you got to be able to stand in front of the team and say, this player gives us the best chance to win the game. And I think that's really hard to do on rookie quarterbacks. Now, sometimes you're forced to do it. Pittsburgh was forced to do it when Tommy Maddox got hurt, and all of a sudden Ben Roethlisberger had to go play. So that's a different element. But I think it's really challenging for some rookie to come in and say, look at Caleb Williams. I mean, last year he was talked about as the greatest savior to the franchise. How many games did he win for the Bears? You know, how many mistakes did he make that hurt his team? So I think rookies are, no, look, Jaden Daniels did a tremendous job for their team, but that's a few and far between. I think it would be unfair to any young quarterback to put him into the fire, especially if you're not going to build your team around, look, we're going to win with defense, we're going to win with kicking game, we're going to run the ball, and we're going to limit the quarterback. That's hard to do anymore. Well, I think it would.
All I'm going to say is this ain't no Green Bay Packers situation. You don't have a franchise quarterback that you're going to draft his replacement and let him sit 3 to 4 years. This ain't the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers done did that every new quarterback they had. Brett Favre, they drafted Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, they drafted Jordan Love. Jordan Love still balling. Pretty soon, Packers going to draft a quarterback to replace Jordan Love. So, the Browns, they ain't had no franchise quarterback. So, no.
Kevin Stefanski with the Dylan Gabriel starting week 1. No, there's zero possibility. Zero possibility. No, if he does start week 1, no offense to Dylan Gabriel, I'm not trying to be mean-spirited to him. I'd be sick to my stomach. For his future, for the Browns' future, for the current regime's future, for everybody involved. For everybody involved. There is no way on earth that anything with common sense tells any radio show host or I will do Cephas Corner till the cows come home before we will sit there and regurgitate anything about Dylan Gabriel being a starting quarterback week 1. That is irresponsible. There's a guy as conservative as Kevin Stefanski there's no way. I know the DTR a couple years ago before the Ravens game, that was a surprise, a crazy surprise. But even he's not going to try to. I mean, no, you're not going to do something like that. You were just talking about the conservatism within the offense here. You're going to go put that guy out there week 1? You were that excited to put that guy out there week 1? That's insane.
And I mean, from anybody that's been following this closely, they have said it's been as bad as they've ever seen. Think about that in Browns camp, and think about how many bad quarterbacks have adorned that famous jersey. And this is as bad as it's ever been. And we want to still put it in play that he could start week 1 for the Browns. It just seems impossible.
I don't even see how Dylan Gabriel even get. No, I'll take that back. I do see how. Because the Cleveland Browns is all backwards. For Dylan Gabriel to be still in the conversation to be QB1 at any point of the season after what he's been doing is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I think there were a couple of runs, and then first of all, he attempted 3 passes. That was one drill. Okay. That was one little period where I think there were a couple of runs, and then he attempted 3 passes, and he went 2 for 3, working with the second team offense against the first team defense. So this was not a lot of work against the first team defense. Okay. And of course, in a game, in a preseason game like this, you can get hit, you can get sacked. And if you are not 100% ready for that opportunity, then it just might not be the right thing to do. They might do it. They might decide to do it. I don't know what their thinking is on that yet. But there are all kinds of things that they would have to consider in that space. And that's one of them, because one of the things that he is still learning how to do, and he's getting much, much better at it, is not retreating when the heat is on. And he's getting, again, I've seen so much progress in him in that regard, but again, mostly against the second team. So I don't think it's overblown. I do think that they are doing this the right way with him and making sure that he is successful as he comes up the learning curve. And they're flying in the face of what everybody wants them to do, but they have stuck to their guns, and they're not succumbing to media pressure and public pressure and fan pressure. They're not doing that. They're doing what's right for Shedeur, and people have to understand that. They're doing what's right for the football team and for Shedeur, because by the time he gets out there, and maybe it will be Friday night, by the time he gets out there in a first team starting type situation, then he will be way, way more ready for it than he would have been.
So what are they doing with Dylan Gabriel then, Mary Kate? What are they doing with Dylan Gabriel? And how did his narrative even come up with him drifting in the pocket? This makes no sense. Didn't the man get sacked 94 times in 2 years? Why you think he bagging up? What kind of ridiculous mess is that? Why you think he running backwards to get away from getting sacked? They ain't got nothing to do with him. Oh, he getting better. We're not drifting back. Shut the hell up. Got me on here cussing. That is stupid. Yeah, I seen they hired him. I ain't looked him up yet. When in the point of you, what about Dylan Gabriel? What about him? Can't see it on offensive over the offensive line. Throwing balls in the dirt. 3 for 14. But you want to talk about Shedeur drifting back in the pocket and not learning the playbook. Look like he know the playbook to me. Boy ain't through under 70% yet. I ain't upset. I ain't upset, Patrick. Trust me. You'll know when I'm mad. I ain't turned Savage AF not one time on here. If I turn Savage AF, I wouldn't be on here. Y'all wouldn't even know who I was. I'd be totally, trust me, I ain't mad. I ain't even nowhere close to being mad. I'm just loud and country. So it might sound like I'm mad because my voice is deep and it inflects because I'm in coach mode. So, you know, when I get loud, my voice carry. But I ain't mad. I'm not even close to being mad. I just don't like hearing stupid stuff.
NFL game. And I think it's in terms of them getting out there and playing in a game when they can't move all that well, I don't think that would be wise. I think the Browns will lean heavily against that. If anything, right now, maybe they would press Joe Flacco into service for a little bit and then go to Tyler and Shedeur. Not exactly sure how they're going to work it all out. They are still going to have meetings and figure that out all themselves. And by Thursday, they'll have a plan for that. But I just don't think it would be wise, really, at this point to play Kenny or Dylan with those hammies.
Yeah, would you be surprised if Shedeur starts and then Tyler comes in second half? That they split the game in half for the I wouldn't be shocked if they decide to start Shedeur. I think the headlines will be bigger than the than what it really is, but I would not be surprised if they do that. Would you be surprised?
Well, as I wrote in my story last night, if they do decide to do something like that, those will be some of the first snaps that he takes with the first team offense, providing he takes any in the practice. So, I mean, if they want to roll him out there in the practice and try to get him some time with and against first teamers, then maybe they can start him. But they have been so careful about bringing him along slowly and judiciously. And I just think that, it might be a lot to throw him in there against the Panthers starters to start this game. So we'll see what they come up with. I personally would lean towards not doing that, just because you would want him to have a good first experience in his first NFL game. And I think it would probably be, in my opinion, better to have him go against backups for the first time.
Why are they talking like Shedeur a baby? They talking like this man a baby. Like he need to be coddled and hold, and he just fragile. Because last time I checked, the Browns defense is top 10 in the league. Am I confused? Ain't your team defense that you practice against, ain't they one of the top 10 defenses in the NFL? Why in the world would I be scared to go against Carolina defense if I got a top 10 defense that I practice against every day? If I'm getting 13 reps. What kind of mess is that? This how you know these folks don't even believe in their own team. Cleveland Brown got a top 10 defense. If I'm practicing against a top 10 defense every day in practice, what you think I'm going to do against a mediocre, sorry defense? What sense are they making? Every narrative, every point they trying to make, every excuse, everything they trying to say is invalid. Cause you can't tell me Cleveland Browns ain't have a top 10 defense, and I'm practicing against them every day. I ain't gonna get better. So why would I be scared to go against Carolina defense? Like he a baby. They talk about like this man, like he a baby. Oh, he's not ready yet. He's still getting potty trained. He still gotta wear the pins. No pun intended, Dion. He's not ready. They moving him along slowly. He doesn't know how to ride a bike without the training wheels. What? I was trying to see what he said about Shedeur earlier. I think this is right.
Yeah, here comes Tyler Huntley. Tyler Huntley was playing in the preseason with this team before, knows many offenses because he's been with a few different teams now, and he'll be able to get you through this preseason game just fine. And you got 90 spots, and you can keep the 90 spots until the end. So, yeah, you miss one person, but you can only have one quarterback out there, and you're not going to put Shedeur out there for an entire game. Because that you want to talk about things that are unfair, that'd be unfair. That's crazy. You're not going to put him out there like that, especially because he says he has arm soreness, so I'm not going to have him out there playing a whole 60-minute football game, having to go through it. It will get him to a whole half, I think, and then it would be him and Tyler Huntley. It just depends on how you want to start things off. So for Shedeur, maybe the Wednesday practice becomes even bigger. Maybe the Wednesday practice becomes even bigger for him. Able to digest, read defenses that aren't set up with scout team, things like that, going after, and they already put him up against the ones, so he's the scout team in that spot, going up against the ones. So maybe he'll be in a position to start on Friday. We'll see. But I think the Wednesday practice becomes bigger for Shedeur. I don't think he's out of the running to be on this football team. I don't think he's on a bubble. I think they'll keep him, clearly. But I also think that maybe they believe that he's a little further behind than what I would like. Because I'm over here pounding the table. Nathan's pounding the table. We were chanting for first team reps yesterday.
Get what I was talking about. How is this man behind? How? Where he shown you that he's behind? He never went 3 for 14. You know why ain't Nick red? What's going on, T-Dog? What even inkling gave you that he is behind? He can't put himself with the first team. That's the coach. He can't force, look, get out, Flacco. I'm in. He's not going to do that. This is what I'm talking about. What Mary Kay said and what Dude said. They coming up with so many excuses when they ain't even talking about the real thing. But you know what? I know why they can't see the real thing. Because they ain't never been through nothing like that. See, I wouldn't even never know Robert was that. But you can't speak on it if you don't never seen it before. So you gonna make up every other thing but the thing you try, what's probably really going on. Collusion. Discrimination. Spiritual what? They're part of it too. Cause what the thing they say? Oh, the first Cam Ward got picked first. He black. They ain't got nothing to do with this. It ain't about the color. It's about his brand. He has influence. Cam Ward ain't got no influence. Cam Ward ain't got no brand. NFL see him as regular. We can control him. We can make him into a brand. Shedeur, he already a brand. We can't make him into nothing. We ain't gonna get no money off of him. Unless we make him fall to the 5th round, should have been undrafted, signed for 4.6 instead of 46, selling jersey, number one selling jersey, we already know we get a cut. We done made $4.6 million in the first month. They can't control him. That's why he a threat. But I gotta get up out of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming. Hit that like button, subscribe and share, and tell your friend about that Moneymane you already know. And don't forget, I got a video dropping at 6 o'clock Eastern time. I need every last one of y'all to go watch that video, like that video, because I'm telling you, I explain why Jimmy Haslam said what he said. And I'm telling you, it's a shocker. Yeah, boy, I'm telling y'all know I do that research. So I'm telling you, you're going to want to watch that whole video all the way through. Because some of that stuff ain't happened yet, but it's on the way. Appreciate y'all for coming. Hit that like button. Subscribe and share. Tell your friend about that Moneymane you already know. Hit that cash up if you want to. Super chat if you want to. I appreciate all of it, man. Y'all just don't know how much I appreciate y'all. I know I said, but just saying it might not be enough. But it is what it is.
Check the tapes, I ain't missing. Yeah. Don't play. Ooh, baby, you gon' learn today. That's right. Play with me if you want to. I'm not the one to try. No. Came in with the pressure, still on rose and touch the sky. From Boulder to Cleveland, I've been moving with that pride. 12 on my back, now they praying I don't slide out. Play with me if you want to. I don't flinch or fold. Never. Gold AP on me, but my soul stay cold. Sure, they drafted me late, but I'm walking like I'm gold. So don't let this smooth talk fool you, I'm bold. Let's go. Yeah. QB one stepping. Oh no, don't play. Yeah. Pressure bust pipes or it built something great. I took the stairs while they laughed at my fate. 5th round pick, but I'm feeling like fate. They threw shade, now I'm throwing touchdowns on plates. Grew up in the prime life, but earned every stripe. Got a lion in my heart and my throat game tight. I'm the headline, the ticket, to show you gon' sight. So play with me once, you won't sleep that night. Woo. This that game changer. Still smooth though. Play with me if you want to, I'm not the one to try. Hawk came in with the pressure, still I rose and touched the sky. From Boulder to Cleveland, I've been moving with that pride. The 12 on my back, now they praying I don't slide. Play me if you want to, I don't flinch or fold. But gold AP on me, but my soul stay cold. Sure, they drafted me late, but I'm walking like I'm gold. So don't let this smooth talk fool you, I'm bold. Nah, don't try me. They doubted the kid. Watch me shine. I was quiet in the storm, now my voice too loud. Put my trust in the grind, now I'm standing proud. Ain't need no handouts, no fake applause. I turn pain into power, that's prime equity laws. Got a Maybach dream with a broke boy past, but I flipped every loss in the first class fast. You can doubt me once, but I'm built to last. Play with me if you want, I'm the present and the past. Play if you want, play if you want. With 12 coming, play with me if you want win. I'm the story, the legend, the storm within. From HB, feed you lights to the dog pound grin. I told y'all once, now watch me win again. Yeah, it's Moneymane. QB1 forever. You feel that soul? Yeah. Don't play. Ooh, baby, you gon' learn today. That's right. Play with me if you want to. I'm not the one to try. Nah.